Hi, I'm Wendy Wesley, registered dietitian and nutritionist here at the St. Petersburg Free Clinic Teaching Kitchen. And over the weekend, I did a little bit of shopping and chopping. And one thing I wanted to show you, I chopped my finger. And the reason I'm telling you this is to let you know that you're going to make mistakes in the kitchen and you're going to cut yourself, and it's okay. I was working fast. I was using a friend's knife that was I probably should have spent more time sharpening, and I was cutting carrots, and those are always the thing that tripped me up because they're round and they're hard to cut, and I wasn't cutting flat. I wasn't following my own rules, and I've just got this nasty cut on my finger, and I've just been dealing with it. But you know what? I stopped the bleeding and I got right back into the kitchen, and that's what I want you to do. If you make a mistake, I want you to get right back to the kitchen. If you cut yourself, I want you to practice a little first aid, and I want you to get right back into the kitchen, and I don't want it to throw you. Okay, because what I'm doing, I'm trying to kill perfectionism in the kitchen. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty, but I want you to just keep cooking. And I want you to believe in your cooking. And that's going to be my message every single day I talk to you, is that believe in your cooking. And let's get rid of this idea that we have to be perfect in the kitchen. So I did some shopping this weekend. I received a box of produce from Warden Farm, and it looked just like this. And I went to Al Lang Stadium, for you old St. Pete people. That is the stadium where the Saturday morning market happens, and they have a drive-through. A bunch of local farmers are you order online and then you go pick up your boxes. And so I got a box of produce from Warden. I didn't know what was in it. You don't really get to order it, just they give you and you get what you get. But man, what a bounty. So I've got this gorgeous kale, this kind of beautiful purpley kale, green onions, which I use, well, I put onions in everything. Green onions. I got some green leaf lettuce. I got this big, beautiful stalk of celery, and orange carrots, purple carrots, tomatoes, zucchini, purple cabbage, just, the beautiful oregano, this beautiful sprigs of oregano. And then I got these are turnips. I'm pretty sure white turnips. And what I did, and what I'm going to do today, is talk about alternatives to cracker and bread dippers for your dips, specifically hummus. So I got this hummus this weekend. This is just a store brand hummus. And so what I did was I took a couple of these radishes, and I'm going to do that right now. I cut them into dippers. The reason why these radishes I keep saying radishes, I'm sorry, turnips. The reason these turnips make such great dippers is because they're low moisture. They are root vegetables, and root vegetables tend to be very, very low moisture. And so what you don't want is a soggy cracker. You don't ever want to put a soggy cracker. You wouldn't put a soggy cracker in your hummus, right? Or your dip. You want something that's low moisture, and that's why things like these turnips, radish slices, and also something called kohlrabi, which when I was at the Saturday morning market one day, the market manager said, "Here, chop this up and serve it." And I chopped it up and I served it with the hummus I made, and it made a great dipper because, again, very, very low moisture, and it's crunchy, and so you get that crunch. The beautiful thing about this is that this is pretty much almost a zero carbohydrate food. It has a little bit of carbohydrates, super, super, super high fiber. And I looked up turnips, super high in vitamin C. And vitamin C is one of those things that is scientifically shown to bolster your immune system by vitamin C causes our body to produce more white blood cells, which fight infection. So if you are interested in immunology, especially at this period of time with coronavirus, COVID-19, and you want to bolster your immune system, foods that are very, very high in vitamin C are going to be your friends, and that includes these turnips and the greens. You'll eat the greens. They're full of vitamin C. Bell pepper, citrus, tomato, many other things. It's very easy. Just Google high vitamin C foods and you'll get a whole list. I highly encourage you to eat them. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to chop these turnips. I'm going to show you how to turn them into just dipper chips real quick. Let me move the stuff from my cutting board, so I've got some room to work. Now, I've already washed these. I filled up a big bowl of water and I dunked them in, especially with things like leaves, because they're going to trap a lot of sand. So I got it all going in the water, and then there was a lot of sand in my water, which is just fine because this food comes from the earth, and it's going to be a little dirt, and if you get a little bit of dirt, it's okay. Not the end of the world. My mom always said a little bit of dirt never killed anybody. And she just loved to say that all the time. So anyway, what do? We sharpen knives. You know, if I'd have been more diligent with my knife sharpening at my friend's house, I wouldn't have put this big gnarly gash in my finger, but live and learn, and then keep making mistakes like I do. You'd think I'd learn by now what it takes to not cut myself, but you know what? I cut myself, and I don't care. I'm going to heal, and I'm going to keep cooking. I want you to do the same thing. So, sharpening my knife on my steel. And, all right. That's good. I'm going to wear my safety goggles. Not really. My glasses, because I've learned that if I wear my glasses when I cook, I am safer. And maybe I wasn't wearing my glasses when I was cooking. I don't remember. Okay, let's dry this off. Okay, so here's my turnip, and here's the root. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? Here's the root. See it? And here's the green. So, I'm gonna cut the root off. Compost that goes in the compost pile, and I'm gonna cut the tops off. Boom, cut tops off, just like that. Compost, big time. Or if you're going to eat the greens, there's not a lot of greens here, but if you're going to eat the greens, they're totally edible. Turnip greens are totally edible. So I've got a little bit of dirt here. I don't think that's going to come off. I don't care. Maybe I should. I don't care. Whatever. Fiber. Insoluble, soluble, it's all fiber. It's all good. Eat it. All right, so I'm going to cut flat. Here we are, cutting flat. And I'm going to make these chips about a half-inch thick. You know what? I'm gonna cut that off. That's just too gross. Okay, cut that off. Again, compost pile, compost pile, compost pile. All right, compost pile. So here, I made a chip, and it's crunchy. When I bite into it, it's gonna be crunchy. Let's make some more. These are, and again, radish, turnip, kohlrabi, all kinds of these things. These are considered turnips. I didn't realize it, but I looked them up. Are considered cruciferous vegetables. And when you cook them or roast them, actually, I roasted some this weekend to see if I liked them, and I don't. So I'm just going to eat them raw. I don't like roasted turnips. Some people do. But they will release sulfur. It's an antioxidant called sulforaphane. And so that's that smell you get when you cook cabbage or you cook Brussels sprouts. When you cook Brussels sprouts, cruciferous vegetables, you'll get that sulfur smell. There's sulfur compounds in them, and when you cook them, they are released. Okay, so here's my dipper, and here is my hummus. And see, it's like firm like a chip and crunchy. Yeah, dude. Did you hear that crunch? Well, I can hear it in my ears. Trust me. It's crunchy. It's a great dipper. Got a little bit of spice just in it. Kind of like a radish, just a little bit of spice. I'm double dipping, but it's just mine. Okay, so this is a great way to have a low carbohydrate, super high fiber, super high vitamin C dipper for your hummus or your tzatziki or whatever other dip you've got while we're home quarantining from our coronavirus. So please, eat those fruits and vegetables. Stay healthy. Stay away from junk food. Stay away from processed food. And keep that immune system very, very strong with fruits and vegetables like these high vitamin C turnips used as dippers. So I thank you for listening. I'm Wendy Wesley, registered dietitian nutritionist here in the St. Petersburg Free Clinic Teaching Kitchen. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.